So after that happened and I failed my first glucose test, I unfortunately went to an extreme amount of restriction again because I was afraid that what I was doing and how I was eating, being all in, unlimited fruit and starch at that time, had actually given me problems, when in fact it was because I ate oil the night before. And actually, when you're pregnant, it is more, the reason why they test for your blood sugar is because you're more sensitive to insulin when you're pregnant. So having that oil in my food the night before definitely influenced my test. And then when I tested again, I came back normal, but by that time I had taken any kind of refined carbohydrates out of my diet, any kind of sugar. I think I quit drinking smoothies. Like I quit eating a lot of white potatoes. So I kind of took things to a level where I didn't need to at the time, and I lost weight. I actually stopped gaining weight in my pregnancy at that point. So everything would, look like I'm healthier, but in fact I, had, not restricted to the extent where like it was causing me harm or the baby harm or anything, but it was something that I was going to have to pay back, and that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so after I had my child, I was eating raw food, and I did that for a while until I couldn't do it anymore, because eventually on all raw food I start having digestive problems. And so then when I started eating white rice again and white potatoes and lots of fruit, I gained weight again. And that was probably when by the time Lily was almost 1. But nothing was as extreme as what I experienced at the beginning. But I'm still having fluctuations due to not having a completely healed metabolism, right? Okay, so when I got pregnant with Violet, I was pretty much just doing the fruit and the starch thing. And I don't think I really, I gained more weight with Violet. I gained 35 pounds. And I was just, eating what felt good. I was starting to let go of the control of my diet more and just focusing on eating fruit and starch. And it felt good. Normal diabetes test that round. And it's like I had finally let it go. And that was 2018. When she was born in March 2018, so that would be 6 years into this journey now, where I had kind of stabilized. But then after Violet was born, I was 190 pounds when she was the day I gave birth, and then at my 6-week post-op appointment, I think I was 178 pounds. I know I was in the 170s, and I was like, what the heck? I don't want to be this size or whatever. I thought, I was making progress. And so it was kind of like whenever I'd step on a scale, I would get triggered. And that definitely worked against me, because then from 2018 to probably early 2020, I yo-yoed again, where I would go raw till 4, and then I'd do that for a while, and then I'd go into the mucusless diet healing approach, which I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about before, and where basically you're cutting all starch out of your diet. You're just eating fruit and starchless green leafy vegetables. And I started intermittent fasting, and then I'd cycle through those. And then even this past summer, I did a starch solution approach, the low calorie density challenge. So I have been yo-yoing, and that's why it has taken me so long to kind of get to where I currently am, where I'm eating as much fruit, sugar, and starch as I want, and my body is staying slim and healthy, and I'm getting fitter like exponentially. But it's taken me so long to learn what is right for my body. In terms of exercise, I've been exercising this whole time, but it's the exercise is something that, you know, doesn't impact you as much as the diet does. So it's important to exercise. I bought a stationary bike in March 2012. I had a stationary bike, and I come from a fitness background. I used to be a college athlete where I from high school to the age of 19 or 20, I was training 2 hours a day, 6 days a week. So that was, you know, and it was more like high intensity training. It was basketball. And so I've always enjoyed being fit. I have a fitness background, and I don't think that, you know, you need to completely quit exercising unless that's what feels right for your body. I've always had an exercise bike, and I love doing that. It's such low impact, or I'm out on my regular bike. Running for me is something that I enjoy doing, but just not every day. And even now, like, I'll do it 3 days a week. Unless I'm on vacation somewhere where I don't have a bike, then I'll run every day. But that's definitely not ideal. Yes. So, I mean, I'd say on average, I was doing what I do now, which is 30 minutes to, I'd say 20 to 30 minutes to, you know, 2 hours a day is kind of like my, that's what I've been doing for exercise. And the intensity varies from, it's usually 95% of the time going low intensity, and then 5% of the time I'm kicking it up. And in the early days, I was definitely doing lower intensity, because when I would do higher intensity, it wouldn't feel good, and I'd get headaches and stuff from that. That's the other thing. I have no like issues anymore with any of that stuff. I like headaches and things like that. A lot of what was due to like having low sodium diet. So now I have a higher sodium diet, and that seems to help. Yeah, so just to wrap this video up, because it is quite long, it is taking me 8 years, going on 9 years, to get to where I am now, where I am slim and fit. And healthy, and I eat an unlimited amount of fruit, sugar, and starch every day, with the addition of salty condiments. And I feel really great. I have no cravings for other foods, and my fitness is on the rise. And I really wish I would have done this earlier on. It wouldn't have taken me so long. But you know, I had to learn the hard way, and I don't think you should expect the same if you are not, you know, willing to yo-yo. But some people, they gotta do that in order to figure it out. So yeah, focus on the low intensity exercise, focus on eating an unlimited amount of food every day. I eat 5,000 calories a day, and I feel like I have to do that in order to keep myself out of adaptive thermogenesis, a low metabolism, and gaining weight. So yeah, I have to eat more so I don't gain weight. Isn't that kind of funny? All right, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for the questions. Leave any comments or questions down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.